Hello, Grade 2 scientists. Welcome to another week of online learning. And this week we are going to conduct another mini investigation. Before we start, let's recap what we have already learned. This term, we are learning about properties of materials. Now, way back in the beginning of the term, we looked at what objects are, what materials are, and then the properties of materials. Now, an object is something like a plastic bottle, right? And then the material would be the plastic the bottle is made of. And then the property would be one of the features of the bottle. For example, that it's waterproof. It can keep water out and also keep water in. It can be squishy. It can be flexible. So the property of a material is one of the features of that material. Now, this week, we're going to investigate how absorbent different materials are, and more specifically, how fast does the material absorb liquid. Right, now let's go back to different materials. Some materials are waterproof and some are not. This week we're going to look at materials that are not waterproof. I have some plastic tape here. I can pull my tape off and I can stick it on paper or whatever I want to maybe fix a tail, fix something. Now this is made of plastic. And one of the properties of this plastic tape is that it is waterproof. If I put water on top of this, the water will just run off. Right, so we are not going to use waterproof materials this week. We're going to use materials that absorb water. Right, I'm going to choose paper towel and a piece of cotton fabric. Both of these are not waterproof. And both of these materials absorb water. We use materials that absorb things, that absorb liquids, for many different tasks around the house. I use my mop almost every day to clean the floor. And my baby at home uses nappies. Nappies are very absorbent. So we use different materials for different things, and particularly absorbent materials for different tasks and different things. So I'm going to investigate today which of these two materials absorbs water the fastest. All right? So we're not testing to see if they absorb. We know that they absorb liquids. They're not waterproof. But I want to know how fast does it absorb. So I've set up a mini investigation here. I'm going to move my camera. All right. So I've got a glass bowl here, and I've chosen a glass bowl so that I can see things clearly. I have got a bowl of water, and I've actually put a drop of food coloring in here so that I can see the water easily. I can see how the fabric or the material absorbs the liquid. Okay, so this is just water with a little bit of food coloring in. I didn't put a lot in. It's just for me to see. It doesn't change the experiment. It's just easier to see as we're going to observe. We're going to look for the changes with our eyes, so it's easier to see the water moving if it's colored. All right. Now, I need to place these two materials into the water at exactly the same time, because I'm going to use a stopwatch to time how long it takes to absorb the water. Then I'm going to stop the stopwatch when one of the fabrics, one of the materials are completely wet all the way to the end for that one, and then I'm going to check the time for the other material. Then I'm going to create a bar chart with my data to show how long it took for the two different materials to absorb water. Okay, so when I'm ready, I'm going to use my stopwatch on my phone, and then I'm going to record it. It might be good to have a second person to help you so that you can drop them into the water at exactly the same time, and someone can press start on the stopwatch. Right. Please look at the photos in the presentation. I will take some photos of my investigation to show you the different stages of it and how I conducted my investigation. All right. So this week we are doing a mini investigation to see how fast does material absorb water. You need to choose two materials that it can be a paper towel, fabric. You maybe want to do something different. Maybe you want to use a sponge or a different type of material. Right. Please don't cut clothes up or damage anything that is valuable. Make sure you've got your parents' permission before you use anything. And as always, we need to do our best to keep our test fair. So I have made my two pieces of materials the same size, and I'm also going to drop it into the water at exactly the same time so that it is fair and I can see how fast the material absorbs the water, and it's a fair test. My time will tell me, the stopwatch will tell me which one is faster. Okay, now I'll use that data to create a bar chart on my record sheet. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful week and stay safe.